Here is how to attach the muzzle to the body, and we'll also go on and talk about the eyes and the facial features. You can tilt this or put it on straight, but find the middle of the body, find the flat part of the head, right around after the curve of the top of the head. Line it up with the center of the body. I find that gives it the best look. And then we're going to pin it in place to hold it while you do your stitches. Now I just use a jumbo stitch marker. That works pretty well. And get your yarn needle out, and we're going to just do big whip stitches around the top. And on this type of plush yarn, it's very forgiving and fills in spaces, so I like to use the whip stitch, and you can go in there and pull it from the inside, but it's kind of hard when you have the filling in there, so I just work from the outside and do like that. Pull your stitches, and it really blends right into the body and makes a really nice transition. If you're using a completely different yarn, you might not want to do the whip stitches. You might want to do something that's a little more invisible to put your muzzle on there, but this does a nice blend into the body. And when you get around to the other side, you do this all the way around. When you get down around the bottom, I'll show you how to do a shaping stitch for the muzzle. Sometimes the muzzles can be really pointy from your initial magic ring, and if yours is and you don't like that look, just go up inside right in the center of the magic ring or thereabout and put a stitch. Don't go back in the same hole. Make sure you pick a different spot to put your needle back down through, and you'll be able to pull it a little bit and make it not so pointy and shape that a little nicer. And I just work on around, shape the other side of the muzzle. And that's about it for attaching the muzzle. You can work yourself all the way around to the top of the nose. This is how I shape right above the nose between the eyes. I go in right about where I'm going to put the eye above this and go back in a different hole. Come to the other side and come out and go back in a different hole. And you can see when you start to pull that, how it shapes that nose a little bit better there. Puts a nice little bump. And you can pull that and make that as tight as you want. And then you just tie that off on the inside and you're done. Now, if you don't have enough tail to do that, you can just use a completely separate piece of yarn. For the eyes, put them one row above the muzzle, I think looks best, and then between 4 and 5 stitches between the eyes, and secure them with your backs. And we'll show you how to do the little part above the eye, like the eyeliner lash part. I cut out 4 of my black yarn. I use cotton yarn. I like the texture, and use a yarn needle. And you're going to, don't put any knots or anything, but come up right at the inside edge of your eye. There you go. And then go back down inside. I usually go about 1 row over. Go about 1 row over and pull the 2 ends together. You'll see it kind of goes over top of the eye, and you want it to go above the eye, so put it in place. Pull your 2 ends snug so you can tie them off under on the inside, and you'll get that look that you want. You want to do that with the other eye, and then I'll show you the black markings on the top of the forehead. It's really cute. It starts to come alive at this point. So you pull a piece of that yarn up, go up one stitch and pull it back down. I usually do it on the inside corner of the eye, about 2 rows up. And you just tie that off on the inside. Don't pull too tight because then it buries it into the yarn and you can't see it. So you have to get that tension just right. Let's see how you like it on the other side. And this other one, I got too high, I think, so I'm going to pull that out and redo it. Definitely too high. As I look at that. So that's, I don't tie them off till I have them lined up and I like what it looks like. So that's how you do the markings on the face. Isn't that cute?